Welcome to Smiley Toon TV, the place where creativity meets joy. We explore fascinating ideas, ignite your imagination, and spark positive thinking, all with a smile. Ready to embark on a fun journey of discovery? Let's get started and fill your mind with happiness and inspiration. Imagine waking up to a brand new day, sunlight streaming through your window, and the world outside buzzing with possibilities. Yet, as you stretch and yawn, you notice a flutter of feelings inside, maybe a hint of excitement, a sprinkle of worry, or even a dash of sadness. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what's going on in our hearts and minds. That's where the magic of emotional intelligence comes in. And today, we're going to unlock one of its most powerful secrets, the art of naming our emotions. Long ago, there was a little girl named Mia who always felt like her emotions were a tangled ball of yarn. Some days, she'd feel heavy and grumpy, but she couldn't explain why. Other days, she'd be so happy she could burst, but the feeling would slip away before she could catch it. Mia wished she had a way to understand what was happening inside her. One morning, as Mia brushed her teeth, she caught her reflection in the bathroom mirror. She looked into her own eyes and wondered, "What am I feeling right now?" At first, she wasn't sure, but then she decided to try something new. She took a deep breath, looked herself in the eye, and said out loud, "I feel a little nervous about my math test today." The words hung in the air, and suddenly, her feelings didn't seem so mysterious anymore. She realized that just by naming her emotion, she could understand it better. Mia decided to make this her daily practice. Every morning, she stood in front of the mirror and said, "Today, I feel," and filled in the blank. Sometimes she felt excited, sometimes she felt bored, and sometimes she was just plain tired. No matter what she said, she noticed that naming her emotions made them feel less confusing. It was like shining a flashlight in a dark room. The shadows disappeared, and she could see clearly. But why does this work? When we name our emotions, we give them shape and form. Instead of letting a jumble of feelings swirl around inside us, we pick them out one by one and say, "I see you." It's a simple trick, but it helps us understand ourselves so much better. Scientists call this emotional labeling, and it's one of the keys to emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is all about understanding our own feelings and the feelings of others. It helps us make good choices, build strong friendships, and bounce back when things get tough. One of the first steps to becoming emotionally intelligent is learning to recognize and name what we're feeling. Let's try it together. Imagine you're standing in front of your own mirror. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, "What am I feeling right now?" OCC sa akin chichibiyais. Maybe you're feeling a little shy about starting something new. Maybe you're excited about a fun event coming up. Or maybe you're feeling a mix of things, like happy and nervous at the same time. That's okay. Emotions can be complicated, and it's normal to feel more than one at once. If you're not sure what you're feeling, you can use a list of feeling words to help you. Some common emotions are happy, sad, angry, scared, surprised, and calm. But there are so many more. You might feel curious, proud, frustrated, jealous, or grateful. The more words you learn to describe your emotions, the easier it becomes to understand them. Mia found that the more she practiced, the better she got at spotting her feelings. At first, she could only name the big ones, like happy or sad. But soon, she noticed smaller, quieter emotions, like feeling left out when her friends played without her, or feeling proud when she finished a hard puzzle. Every time she named a feeling out loud, it felt like she was making a new friend inside herself. One day, Mia's little brother, Max, came running into her room with tears in his eyes. He was upset, but he didn't know how to say why. Mia remembered her mirror practice and gently asked, "Max, can you tell me what you're feeling?" Max thought for a moment and said, "I'm mad because my block tower fell down." Mia nodded and said, "It's okay to feel mad. Do you want to build it again together?" Max smiled, and together they turned his mad feelings into a moment of teamwork. That's another wonderful thing about naming our emotions. It helps us talk about them with others. When we can say, "I feel sad," or "I'm excited," people around us can understand and help us. It also helps us listen when our friends share their feelings. We can say, "I hear that you're worried," or "I'm glad you're happy." This makes our friendships stronger and helps everyone feel seen and understood. Sometimes we might feel embarrassed or scared to say our feelings out loud. That's okay too. You can start by practicing in the mirror, just like Mia. The mirror is a safe place, and you can be honest with yourself. Over time, you'll get braver about sharing your feelings with others. As the days passed, Mia noticed something amazing. She wasn't as confused by her emotions anymore. When she felt upset, she could say, "I'm frustrated because my drawing didn't turn out the way I wanted." When she felt happy, she could say, "I'm proud of myself for trying something new." Naming her feelings helped her understand herself, and it made the tough moments a little easier to handle. So, what's the big lesson from Mia's story and her mirror practice? It's simple. Naming our emotions clears confusion. When we put our feelings into words, we shine a light on what's happening inside. We become more self-aware, more confident, and better at handling whatever comes our way. If you want to build your own emotional intelligence, try Mia's mirror practice. Every day, stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye, and say how you feel. You might be surprised at how much you learn about yourself. Remember, there are no right or wrong feelings. Every emotion is a part of who you are. So the next time you feel a swirl of emotions, don't let them stay tangled up. Give them a name, say them out loud, and watch as the confusion clears away. With practice, you'll become a master of your own feelings, ready to face each day with confidence and a smile. Thanks for tuning in to Smiley Toon TV. If you enjoyed today's journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to keep the smiles coming. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this adventure going together. Stay positive, keep smiling, and let your mind wander. See you soon.